to keep your eyes open for opportunities because you never know what can happen. I was driving down the road in my hometown. I was 19 years old. And there was this new radio station that had come out, and the music was just really awesome. They were playing all the different types of music that I absolutely loved. And as I was driving, I look up at this billboard, and it's a billboard for the new radio station. It was the first type of major advertisement I had seen for it. And they just said, "Hey, go and here's the radio station. Go in and listen, tune in right now." I didn't notice any logo though. And usually radio stations have some kind of really cool branding, but they didn't have a logo. And I thought that was kind of strange. And I also suspected that maybe they hadn't designed a logo yet. And I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool if I could design a radio station logo? That would be so awesome, because then everyone would see my work all over the place. People would tune into this radio station. It's super popular. And I can say, "Hey, you know the logo for that radio station? Yeah, I did that." And that might be a great way to land new clients. So I actually called the radio station up. I said, "Hey, my name is Steve Reed. I'm a logo designer. And I noticed on your billboard out there that you guys don't have a logo. And I love the music you guys are playing. Have you had a logo or anything designed yet?" And they told me, they said, "Well, we were actually looking into that right now, but no, we don't have a logo." So I said, "Hey, here's what I'll do. I really, really want to do this work for you guys. So I'm going to offer you my services for free. Would you let me work up a logo for you and bring it in and see if it would be something that you'd be willing to take a look at?" And so they said, "Sure." So I don't typically advise people to do a lot of work for free like that. You never will give away your thinking for free. But at this time, I was so desperate for some type of work to be out there on the big stage where everyone could see it, that I was willing to do the work for free as kind of a lost leader just to get that client, because maybe there would be more work that would come out from that. So I was willing to do it. So I created maybe 30 different versions of this logo. There was one in particular that I liked quite a bit. And I took my laptop in to show them, and we went through the logos, and immediately they pointed to my favorite one. Now, typically my logo strategy today has evolved to where I don't give people 30 different versions of a logo. I was very inexperienced as a teenager. That was over 20 years ago. And so today I present people with a complete package showing the logo fully designed, all of the different variations and some mock-ups, just to give people an idea of what I recommend in my professional opinion is going to be good for their brand. So I go in with a solution for them. I don't ask them design decisions. It's not like if you're getting a hip replacement from your doctor, he's not going to bring out 5 different versions of a hip and say, "Hey, what do you think? Which hip replacement should we go with here? Well, what feels good to you?" I don't want a doctor telling me that. You're the professional. You have all the knowledge. Tell me what I need to do. Give me the best decision that I need to make, and I'll make that decision. And so that's what I do for clients. We diagnose and then we prescribe. But in this case, I'm going to forgive my lack of experience, but I went in there, I showed them the examples. They picked the one that I liked, and they said, "How much?" And I didn't give them the right answer. I said, well, from my end, it was an honest answer. I said, "Hey, I said I was going to do this for free, so I'm going to stick to that." And they offered me like $450 for it, which I was like, wow, $450. I hadn't sold anything for that much money. And I felt a little odd taking it just because I wasn't experienced. I didn't know what my work cost. I didn't know the value of it. I didn't have any way of knowing how much something like that could be. I know that a lot better now, but then it was just kind of blowing me away. But I committed to it. I said, no, I said I was going to do it for free. I gave you my word, and I'm going to stand by what I said. So basically what they said to me is, well, we feel bad just taking this from you and not compensating you somehow. What if we just give you CDs from all the new music coming out? We'll collect all of these CDs, and then we'll give you access to these CDs for the next 2 years, and we can pay you with music. And so I said, all right, hey, if you want to do that, that works. Sounds awesome. So that's what they did. So I ended up with a ton of CDs, which are all irrelevant nowadays. We all listen to like Spotify, Apple Music, all these different things. But it was a great experience. They have since, I think, changed the name of the radio station and changed the logo. But man, that logo probably persisted for about 15 years, and it was plastered all over everything. You were driving down the road, you'd see my logo on the back of people's cars. It was really cool to be at that young of age and to do something like that. But what can we learn from this today? Now, let's say you're not a kid, or you're in a situation where you're looking for clients and opportunities. I would recommend some different things instead of just simply giving it away for free. You could certainly call people up and offer your services and try to build value, and then have that conversation of pricing with them, discuss budget and whatnot. But the main point, the thing I learned from this, is just the power that an opportunity can bring, and to keep your eyes open and to look around, because opportunities are always dropping constantly. Whether you see them or not, they're there. You just got to keep your eyes open and look for them. And sometimes you need to make your own opportunities by initiating a conversation, going in and talking to a prospective client, just having a conversation, and not talking about yourself so much, but talking about them and saying, hey, what problems are you having with your business? What things are not getting done? What are some of the challenges you face in your business right now? And having those conversations with your friends, your colleagues, family, these can all yield some really great results. So that's my challenge for you, is if you're struggling with having available opportunities in your path, get out there and create some, and keep your eyes open, and maybe have those difficult conversations. Get out of your shell. Like, honestly, I'm a huge introvert. Like, if you ever take any of those tests, the Myers-Briggs test, I score like 98% introverted. My wife never likes it when I say that, because she's the exact opposite of me. She's a huge extrovert. And so she's kind of balanced me out a little bit. So I'm an introvert that tries to be an extrovert by doing extrovert things. Yeah, it can be really difficult to get out of your shell. I know how it is. I know how hard and how awkward it is. But seriously, at the end of the day, it comes down to discipline and just doing things. Even if you're scared, even if you're unsure of yourself, just you throw all of that to the side and you just do what needs to be done, because it's the right thing to do. It's the thing that needs to happen. And man, it's those types of things that are the game changers. It's a series of small but powerful decisions that you make in life that determine your trajectory. It's not always some big giant thing. It's just these little tiny conversations and these little tiny opportunities. I've seen so many of those things happen in my life. Just a small, insignificant thing. When the big giant plans that sometimes I've laid have just fallen to pieces, I've had amazing things come from just random, small, little tiny things. So don't be afraid if there isn't some big giant, grand scale plan in your life right now. Just focus on making those little doable decisions, because that's where the real power is. And I'm going to leave you with that. So get out there and create some greatness.